Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Kim Zolciak asks for psychological evaluation of Kroy Biermann after suspecting he has CTE due to alleged emotional outbursts. Vox. Kim Zolciak is bringing forward new claims about her ex Kroy Biermann. On February 18, the former Real Housewives of Atlanta star, 46, filed several new motions against her estranged husband, claiming she was gravely concerned about their four minor children, KJ, 13, and Cash, 12, and twins Kaya and Kane, 11, left in his care amid their legal battle. In documents obtained by People, Zolciak claimed she had significant concerns regarding Biermann's mental health and whether or not the former NFL player is suffering under the ill effects of chronic traumatic encephalopathy, CTE. Per the Indiana University School of Medicine, CTE is a progressive degenerative disease affecting people who have suffered repeated concussions and traumatic brain injuries. People has reached out to Biermann's attorney for comment. In Zolciak's motion, the reality star alleges that Biermann has regularly displayed angry and emotional outbursts, which include profanity-laden tirades towards her and in the presence of their children, as well as bouts of physical violence and extreme sexual promiscuity. Another motion Zolciak filed asked the court for an emergency hearing to determine a temporary parenting plan commensurate with the best interests of the minor children. The Bravo Liberty alleged that Biermann has taken steps to completely cut the children off and has taken possession of their cell phones. She also claimed that he unilaterally directed that she would no longer have time with their children and prohibited them from communicating with her. Zolciak then alleged that Biermann barricades their children at his residence during the day and only returns for the minor children to sleep and take the bus to school. In order to protect their children's well-being, Zolciak has asked the court to order a psychological custody evaluation of the family or an independent medical evaluation. She wrote that addressing Biermann's mental health and its underlying causes were essential to determine a proper custody and parenting time schedule that serves the children's best interests. She then noted that the evaluation results from such tests would aid a potential guardian ad litem, a person appointed by the court to represent the interests of someone who cannot represent themselves, for her children, which she also requested in a subsequent motion. Zolciak also requested that the court appoint qualified professionals to conduct psychological and medical evaluations on Biermann, and consented to undergoing similar evaluations if deemed necessary. In May 2023, the couple filed for divorce for the first time, citing their 12-year marriage was irretrievably broken with no hope of reconciliation. 2 months later, Zolciak and Biermann called off their separation in July until Biermann filed for a second time in August 2023. On February 21, 2025, the couple jointly dismissed their divorce in Fulton County as a result of Zolciak's recent move. Biermann has since refiled for divorce in the county where Zolciak currently resides. Kim Zolciak requests psychological evaluation for Kroy Biermann, citing CTE concerns amid emotional outbursts. In a surprising turn of events, Kim Zolciak, the reality TV star known for her appearances on The Real Housewives of Atlanta and Don't Be Tardy, has made a public request for a psychological evaluation of her estranged husband, Kroy Biermann. Zolciak's request is rooted in growing concerns over Biermann's emotional state, which she believes may be linked to a possible diagnosis of chronic traumatic encephalopathy, CTE, a degenerative brain disease often associated with repeated head trauma, particularly in athletes like Biermann, a former NFL player. Sources close to the couple revealed that Zolciak has been increasingly alarmed by what she describes as Biermann's emotional outbursts over the past few months. These behaviors, according to her, have become more pronounced and difficult to manage, leading Zolciak to fear that his actions could be the result of an underlying neurological condition linked to his football career. Biermann, who retired from the NFL after a successful career as a linebacker, has long been vocal about the physical toll the sport took on his body. He was known for his aggressive playing style on the field, and given the heightened awareness of CTE in former athletes, the possibility that Biermann might be experiencing the early stages of the disease is a concern that cannot be easily dismissed. A growing concern for former athletes. CTE is a progressive brain condition caused by repeated head injuries, such as those commonly sustained during contact sports like football. It is often diagnosed posthumously, as the condition only becomes detectable through an autopsy. However, there are a number of behavioral and cognitive symptoms associated with CTE that experts believe can be recognized during a person's lifetime. These symptoms include memory loss, depression, erratic behavior, aggression, and emotional instability, all of which Zolciak claims to have observed in her estranged husband. Zolciak's concerns have not only surfaced in private discussions with friends and family, but have now become part of the ongoing public saga of the couple's crumbling relationship. With mounting speculation about their marriage, which has already been rocked by legal and financial issues, Zolciak is using her platform to highlight the possibility that Biermann's emotional volatility could be related to a medical condition rather than purely behavioral issues. "People don't understand the toll that football takes on someone's body and mind," said a close friend of Zolciak, who spoke on condition of anonymity. Kim is genuinely worried that Croy might be dealing with something far more serious than just a difficult time in their marriage. She's trying to get him the help he needs, but it's not easy when you're dealing with someone who is so resistant to the idea. The emotional outbursts and their impact. Zolciak's request for a psychological evaluation comes after a series of public incidents that have raised eyebrows. Several reports indicate that Biermann has exhibited behavior that some close to the couple have described as erratic, including outbursts of anger and emotional breakdowns. These incidents reportedly became more frequent after the couple's financial struggles and Croy's own struggles to transition out of his football career. In a statement released by Zolciak's camp, she expressed concern over the safety and well-being of her children and her own mental health, revealing that the emotional toll from Croy's behavior had begun to impact her ability to cope with daily life. "I'm worried about him, and I'm worried about the long-term consequences of ignoring this issue," she said. "It's not just about our marriage, it's about his health and the health of our family." For Zolciak, the decision to pursue a psychological evaluation is not a reflection of anger, but rather a desire for clarity. "I want to understand what is happening to Croy, and if it's something that can be addressed. I want to help him," she added. "But right now, it's too difficult to deal with the unpredictability of his emotions, and I fear that things could escalate if we don't get him help." The strain on their marriage. The strain on Zolciak and Biermann's marriage has been well documented, particularly in the wake of their financial difficulties. The couple has faced lawsuits, foreclosure proceedings, and mounting debts, all of which have put tremendous pressure on their relationship. For some, it appears that the ongoing legal and financial issues have served as a catalyst for the emotional turmoil that has gripped their personal lives. A source close to the couple says that while their financial troubles have certainly played a role, the underlying emotional issues may be more complex. Croy has always been proud and independent, but it's clear that he's struggling with his sense of identity after his football career ended, the source explained. He's not the same person Kim married, and it's been hard for her to cope with the changes, especially when there's no way of knowing whether these outbursts are linked to something more serious. Biermann, for his part, has remained tight-lipped about the situation, though his public persona has largely been that of a devoted father and family man. He has not made any statements addressing the CTE concerns or Zolciak's request for a psychological evaluation, leaving fans to speculate about the true state of their relationship. The road ahead, seeking answers. As Zolciak navigates this challenging chapter in her life, the psychological evaluation she has requested may provide the clarity she seeks about Biermann's health and emotional well-being. Medical professionals have weighed in on the potential benefits of such an evaluation, noting that early intervention in cases of CTE or other neurological disorders can help mitigate long-term damage. CTE is a serious condition that requires professional attention, said Dr. Jennifer McAllister, a neurologist specializing in brain trauma. There are steps that can be taken to manage symptoms and improve quality of life, but it's important to get a diagnosis as early as possible. Kim Zolciak is doing the right thing by seeking help for Croy, even if it's a difficult process.